The Weekly Express is rolling into station. Get ready to discuss all things gaming with Caleb and Derek.
Welcome to the Weekly Express. My name is Caleb.
My name is Derek.
And this is our podcast where we discuss what has been going on the channel in the past week and what we will be doing in the week to come.
And while we do that, we're just going to play a little bit of some Speedrunners. Nothing serious. Probably going to win, but that doesn't mean anything.
You're definitely going to win because I'm awful at this game. Alright, and how do I even join in?
I'm really not too certain.
I think we were playing against
Hang
people
on.
online.
Custom man. Oh, here we go. Local party. That's what we're looking for.
There we go.
But so we're looking to play this game with everyone. Are you in this? Are we in this?
I am.
We are.
I
Okay.
am. I don't know the controls.
All right, we're playing.
Z to jump.
Yeah.
Okay. Alright,
Okay.
so I'm dead. That's fine. Alright, so I just wanted to give everybody an update on the channel. We are now going to be doing live streams on Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday nights around 9 to 9:30 start time, and that is Eastern time. So if you want to be in on the live stream, be there, be ready to go, because we will be playing with you.
Yeah, we want to play with everyone who wants to get involved, wants to play and have fun. And since we're looking to play party games, this Jackbox, a few other ones.
Keep talking, nobody explodes.
Yeah,
stuff like
that's
that.
a good one. Love that game. We have always had fun with it, and that's a game that no one even has to buy that. So essentially, even if you don't own the game, that's a game that you just get a PDF file pretty much and help solve puzzles.
Absolutely, and it is a blast. And I haven't played it in so long that I'm like actually really excited to get back into it.
Yeah,
it's complicated, but it's enjoyable.
But pretty much, and even the games that do cost, like all these party games, we try to keep things fairly cheap, and we're open to suggestions of what other people want to play. But we're also going to be looking into doing giveaways.
So yeah.
From
time to time, I'll buy games and give them out. If especially if I can catch them on sale or anything like that, we will keep a limited supply going so we can get people into the games that aren't free. Mm-hmm. Other than that, we might also try out some Tabletop Simulator or Nidhogg coming up as well, and many more games too. We're just going to get started out with this new schedule, so it's going to take some time to break in. We're going to start with things that are more familiar to us.
Yeah, pretty much. If you want to play your favorite game on here with us, and whoever else wants to join in, let us know. You just message us, and we can find how we can get the game set up, and even some that more other games like possibly Terraria or Factorio. Some bigger, more cooperative games, those are always options as well. So all kinds of things open for discussion here.
I really don't know what I'm doing. Like, I don't know how to use my zip line or anything.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there we go. I figured it out.
Oh, nice. Oh, everyone's a dead but you.
Okay, so also I just wanted to let you guys know, if you haven't noticed already, I've transitioned. Adventure Time Explained is done. Adventure Time is still going, but not really. You guys all know how that is based on my previous videos. They've pretty much shut down production. There's no longer new episodes being recorded, but they have a few more to get through, another whole season to get through, and they're going to release that slowly.
There's another season of Adventure
There's still
Time?
another season.
I thought it was over.
It's not over.
Oh.
But it is over in the sense that no more beyond that will be made. But with that being said, it's also like the end of theory crafting. Like when it's coming to an end, I don't really have anything new to theorize on. You know what I'm saying? So I'm actually going to be switching gears to Rick and Morty, which you may have already seen. I uploaded my first episode, The Rickest Rick, which was a lot of fun to make, which is nice because I got a little bit burnt out doing the Adventure Time videos as often as I was, and trying to keep the channel floating with regular content and keeping the highly edited content like that going all the time. It's very time consuming. Working full-time jobs and whatnot. It's hard to do. So going forward with the Rick and Morty Explained, I'm going to be taking it a little bit more relaxed, and I'm only going to be making 2 videos per month in that series. That will mean that they could be higher quality and longer length, but it also means that I'm not going to be so stressed out about it, and I might actually enjoy it in the process.
What was the Rickest Rick about? I actually haven't caught that video yet.
So the Rickest Rick is the theory of the Rick C-137, our Rick, the Rick on the show, is actually the Rickest of the Ricks. He's the most Rick. There's a Mortius Morty, there's a Jarius Jerry. The one that most represents the ideology
So assuming that like all the
their
other
character.
universes, other dimensions of that same person are more like copies of that one.
Right. So it's the Rickest Rick. He might not be the original Rick. He might be the original Rick. I don't know. You can get a lot more information though if you watch my video.
It sounds fantastic.
Yes.
But let's see. So also, just when we are open to using, we're trying to use Discord to get everyone in and communicating to have the most fun as possible, of course. So if you do want to join in, please do try to have a microphone and Discord ready to go. Not necessary, of course, and obviously for some games more necessary than others, but always just try to have that ready, and we'll have the Discord server for you ready to go on the stream and pretty much anywhere you look. It'll probably be in the description, right?
Yeah, I'll drop it in the description in this video if you want to go ahead and get set up and have your audio settings and everything tested. But besides that, it will be on screen. The Discord server will be on screen during the live streams. Always. It'll constantly be on screen, so you will be able to easily join in. You won't have any questions. People tend to ask me in chat where the Discord information is. That won't have to happen anymore because it's going to be right there, very large, on the bottom of the screen.
Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. So, and what'd you say the schedule was again?
Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday.
Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. I'll be there pretty much guaranteed every Thursday. Possibilities on Saturdays. Unfortunately, Tuesdays I do work until midnight. So,
and there's a very good chance that my wife is going to be in on all of them. So, I mean, it just depends on how she's feeling. You know how women are. But yeah,
that time of the day.
Yeah, it's just like it depends on what I've said in the day so far. If I made the wrong statement at any point, she probably won't be here. But whatever. But we actually played Quiplash for about an hour and a half last Thursday to test this whole new schedule theory out and see how well it does. And we had a blast. We like immediately had 11 people playing, so more than what Jackbox can actually hold. So we had people in the audience playing, and it was a lot of fun. And it gave me a healthy dose of optimism for this new schedule. I feel like it could definitely grow, and we could have much larger audiences and a lot more fun.
Yeah, it's going to be fantastic. If any of you people who were playing before, see this, please do join in again. Pretty much, we'll be starting out just like with the simple games that we've been talking about, the Jackbox, Speedrunners, stuff like that. But obviously, as we get more people, different games will be showing up. So, yeah, that'll be good stuff there.
Right. So the channel is actually up to like almost 15,600 subscribers. So we're getting really close to 16,000, which that's not like one of those round, beautiful numbers that everybody celebrates. But that means we are getting relatively close to 20K. And that is something to be excited about, considering 2 years ago, this channel was nothing. We just made this 2 years ago, and now here we are, almost 20,000 subscribers. So 20,000 subs, there'll probably be some type of special event on the channel, probably a bigger game giveaway, not like a party game, but maybe something a little bit more substantial. And so definitely be on the lookout for that.
We'll make sure it's substantial. We'll find something.
And if you want to make that happen faster, tell your friends.
About the party, get them in on it. If you got everyone, if you already play these games, it'll be fantastic. Get everyone in here and just all kinds of good fun.
So yeah, this is the first edition of the podcast or the Weekly Express, but we are going to be doing this every week. And
we say try to get up on Sundays, right?
Yeah. So we will be recording on Thursday, which gives me a few days to edit and post, and the podcast should be live on YouTube on Sunday every week. It'll give you a quick recap of what happened in the past week, a outline for what games we're going to be playing on our live stream days for the next week, and just general discussion about games that we've been playing or games that we're excited about and other things like that. Anything news in the gaming world and anything like that.
New games coming out. The Steam sale is going on right now, and pretty much also just if you're a regular joining the games each week, then we might even want to get you on the podcast, talk about what we've been playing, what games we might want to look forward to in the future.
Absolutely.
That kind of stuff.
And you can always email me at the Happily Ever After Gaming email address, which is at Gmail. But yeah, if you email me at that address with ideas, like you have something that you want to contribute to the podcast, just let me know. We could potentially have you on as a guest for the podcast, and I don't have any issue with that. I plan on having many guests going forward, so do not be afraid or shy to do that. We could definitely have you on. I think that'd be a lot of fun too.
Of course, with this being open to pretty much anyone, always try to be polite if you are on here. We're looking for just good old fun playing party games.
Just general respect. Respect should be given, and everybody will be able to get along fine. You don't have to get along with everybody, but if you're going to be on my live stream, I would appreciate if you fake it.
That ice block had no respect.
Join us for We Play party game live streams Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturday nights.
I was really excited for Yooka-Laylee. I think
that was a little bit of a letdown.
Yeah. So I mean, I didn't want to say that at first when it came out. I had those rose-tinted glasses on, and
give it a fair chance.
I'm such a huge fan of Banjo-Kazooie. It was like one of my childhood defining games, and I have vivid memories of playing it with my cousins, and it was just like really a part of my formation of a gamer. It made me who I am. So obviously everyone knows that there haven't been platformers recently like that style. So I was super excited to see that they were actually going to try to revive it. And honestly, I don't want to discourage Playtonic Games from continuing to make video games. That's not what I'm saying here. I just want to clear that out up front. I would love to see what other types of games that they can bring out. Because even from their past, Banjo-Kazooie was a part of the Diddy Kong universe. Diddy Kong Racing was awesome, and racing games are always fun, just in short periods. You don't play racing games all day, every day.
I mean, unless you're talking about Rocket League, but
yeah. But that's
not really a racing game.
That's a whole nother beast.
I'll play that for decades to come.
But I kind of feel like maybe don't make any more platformers. I really thought that's what I wanted, and I guess it's just too simple of a concept for an adult.
No, it's not. It's not the concept is simple, because you look at other games that are platformers. You mean more of an adventure platform? I guess is a different. Case.
That specific style of platform.
Right, because obviously what's it called, Bashi and.
Yes,
or They Bleed Pixels.
I would have never been able to do anything with those games as a child.
Those are pretty much pure platforming nonsense.
Hell.
Yeah, pretty much.
But it's fun.
Yeah, love them.
Way different. See, Yooka-Laylee, it's a beautiful game.
How many people can play Bashi at one time?
I don't know, at least 4. It's really hard to get everybody connected, though. If you remember.
That's right. It had some weird lag things too.
But maybe somewhere down the line, more of a special stream or something.
Prepare to Die Night.
Yeah.
Just all the hardest, most difficult games that we can bring people in.
If you want to have a game that's hard to connect to each other, we play Dark Souls 1.
Yeah.
We'd never get anybody on stream.
Yeah, that'd be the most difficult game to play ever and just never even get anything done.
It's so hard to link up. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Basically, all I'm saying is...
Would you recommend
Yooka-Laylee is beautiful. I let my son play it, and he likes it, and it's one of those games that will do no harm. So that's cool. He's not even 4 yet. So, that's good for that purpose. But me personally, I didn't beat it. I'm pretty close, but I didn't beat it, and I'm not going to. I can honestly say I probably will not fire the game back up for my own
How far did you get? Because I'm pretty much the same boat.
Capital Casino.
Oh, I didn't get that far. I was like, what's the world after the snow one? The swamp.
Yes, the swamp.
Yeah, I got as far as that and had to stop there.
Yeah, so I won't attribute it my disinterest to anything like controls or anything negatively about the game. I think it's just
it was done right for what it's supposed to be.
It hit its targets well, but it's just not what I remembered it was. And I guess that's just the case for nostalgia a lot of times.
Right.
So don't let nostalgia lead your decisions like I tend to do in everyday life. But yeah, so that aside, I really expected Yooka-Laylee to be 2017. That was going to be my game of the year. And then I played Prey.
fantastic game. I beat it as well and played through it.
Prey is one of those games that will stick with you. Like, you can't stop thinking about it throughout your day. Until after you beat it, of course. But like while you're still in the story mode and you're still progressing, and man, you go to work and you're like not paying attention. My machine is like on fire, and like 3 people are dead around me. But I'm like thinking, like, man, I really need some more neuromods. I can't get through this section. I don't know. It took me by surprise.
Well, you almost screwed yourself when I first showed up during the live stream, and
yes,
kind of skipping. If you play it, try to do a few of the side missions. Otherwise, you're going to progress the story so fast that you're going to be completely unprepared.
All right.
For
So,
what's coming
in my
up.
defense, it was a 24-hour live stream. I had looked at the Steam reviews, and most people said it took about 23 hours to beat. I did not want the game to be my entire live stream, so I said, I'm going to steamroll it and not do side quests. That was like an unconscious decision I made. I didn't tell anybody that, but that's what I was doing. In the process, I really gimped my character, and I got to a place where everything was one-shotting me, and it was just awful. But at the same time, the game is very easy to manipulate as well, and you can break your character too, and the game can be very easy for you. So, I mean, if you avoid
There's some balancing issues, I guess, is what it is.
Yes, it definitely has balance issues. But if you avoid either of those, and you make a more balanced character, and not such a full-on stealth master ninja, that's really easy. Or what I did, which was...
What did you do?
Mine was like, pick up everything that can make you weigh more, or hold more items. And like, I didn't get anything that made me stronger or faster.
Yeah, you got all the health, but all the health in the world doesn't help when your
my bullets
med packs
don't
are
deal damage.
Yeah, and then your med packs only
heal
heal
25.
For like 20 points.
I've got 300 health, but I can only heal 20% of my health with a med pack. Yeah, so I really messed myself up.
I think yours may have gone better if you did actually go into the alien neuro mods.
Well, with all that health, probably.
Right. You then just utilize your essentially a mana pool to feed into your damage with the explosive attack thing. So
right.
That probably would have done your character a whole lot of good.
And I've seen a lot of people complain about Prey, that there's a lot of backtracking to it. That's like the biggest complaint I get, especially coming from people who have played BioShock, because that's the biggest comparison people make the game to, and I guess that's fair.
Yeah, I guess. But it's like, for me, BioShock felt like it had a lot of backtracking at certain points.
But, I mean, I just come from an era where backtracking is not negative.
Yeah,
it can be. It can be tedious. Like, let's say you're playing World of Warcraft and you have to hop on a freaking griffin it's a flight path that's like 13 minutes long that you've already done twice today, and you're like, why can't this just be immediate? Yes, that is stupid. I agree with you there. Yeah. But, like, think back to the Castlevanias and the Metroids, and like there was tons of backtracking in those games because every time you got like new abilities, there was new things to discover in the old zones, which was like it made the older content fresh again. It was like a scavenger hunt. I mean, I really think it adds to the game and not takes away. And that's what Prey essentially does.
As long as the backtracking has new mechanics, something different is going on there, then it makes sense. It's like, what's his name? The guy who made Super Meat Boy.
I can't think of his name.
I love the guy, but I can't remember his name. I even watched the movie about him. I can't remember his name.
It's indie game. That's one of my favorite movies.
Even he mentioned in the movie, I believe, or somewhere else I read about him talking about game design, where if an object or something implemented into a game can't be utilized in 3 different ways, then it should not be in the game. Like, that's why in Super Meat Boy, like the razor blade spitting, adding that to the game, he obviously utilizes those in like 100 different ways, but anything he puts into it, if it can't be used in more ways than one, then it shouldn't be there. Which, when backtracking, if you have something in the game that you can understand that it's going to be used in more ways than one, then obviously you can make a way to have people backtrack to that point with new mechanics and have it be used in a whole brand new way. So there's definitely ways to make it, to properly set up backtracking, which you can almost even say Yooka-Laylee did too much backtracking there. Half the time I'm wandering around the swamp, not knowing where that, where I'm backtracking because, I missed a thing here or there, which, that's almost an example of how not to do it.
Yeah, I agree with you there, actually. I see what you're saying.
Yeah, like the swamp, I found myself going through that, like, half the time getting lost, not knowing exactly, like, I thought, okay, there might be a thing over here, or was this, something
walking around in circles, like, wait, I've been here already.
Half the area is not being utilized. It shouldn't have been there, or there could have been something else put there that could be used to interact with something else.
Especially in the swamp, there was a lot of wasted space.
Yeah, that place was enormous that should not have been there.
Dead space.
I know.
That's why you chuckled, because it's a game.
I thought, were you trying to refer to that since we were talking about a space horror game?
No, but that's cool. No, I won't reference Dead Space because I've never actually played it.
Have you not?
No, and I knew you'd say that immediately.
I think we've had this discussion before, actually.
Like half the time.
It's an amazing game.
I agree, but you said it's like the multiplayer experience
is amazing.
That's what if I were to play it, I'd have to have that. I wouldn't want to do it solo.
Well, then we should do that sometime. To just play through, even if it's not for the channel, we should play through.
That would not be for the channel, but we would discuss what was happening on that week's Express.
Exactly.
Because
keep you up to date
I'm sure it would be very exhilarating, just like Prey is. And it's just, that's basically the moral of the story is Prey made me feel feelings, and games don't often do that anymore. I had some moments of genuine fear in the beginning. The fear kind of subsided, but like, I don't know.
But that's not a bad thing. The way they did it, especially, it kind of traded off, survival horror in the beginning, and then it kind of more developed into a strategic way. Like, how do I approach this next? Obviously, there's going to be some monsters up here. They're not going to be all that scary, but how do I approach them? How do I deal with them in the proper manner? Do I stealth past them? Do I kill them? Do I try to control them, use them the mind control stuff, or get some drones, set up a defense perimeter with the sentries, or whatever else you're going to try to do.
Right.
So it turned almost into half of an Assassin's Creed game or something near the end, which it did the transition very smoothly, I think. So it was definitely good. I've been playing a lot of RimWorld, though, even though we were just talking about what it's called, Factorio. By the way, another game, multiplayer game, a bit of a strange game, and it's much more of a slow-paced, cooperative, strategic type deal that takes a lot of thinking. That maybe one day, possibly, if enough people want to play it, that could be something that we play.
That'd be more like a Saturday night stream, just because we'd have more time.
Yeah, it would. Yeah, it would definitely be a very long-term thing. That's and also like the server can continue to be run by whoever. Like if you start on Saturday and then if one person saves the server, they can keep it running for everyone else even afterwards if people want to continue playing.
Oh, that's very interesting.
Yeah, so that's something that even if you're playing it on Saturday and then someone actually relaunches the server that they've been working on for the past week, and you're able to jump back in and continue off where you left the previous week. So that would be an interesting one to play for sure, cooperatively with everyone. Which I don't know if that one has a limit to it or not. So that could get a whole bunch of people involved.
Yeah, that sounds like it would actually be a really good idea.
Yeah, which would be
I did look. The game is roughly $20 right now.
Is it on sale?
On sale, yeah.
Jeez.
So, there is definitely a buy wall, but if it has the content there and available for you, maybe it's worth the money.
Maybe we'll do a giveaway.
You notice, like, people just think that games are supposed to be free now. It seems like $20. You should definitely wait till this game is on sale. It's like, why? Call of Duty's coming out in the month, and it's going to be $60, and it's going to be the same shitty game you've been playing for the last 12 years.
People have been buying that way too much. I don't know. I played. What was the last one I played? I tried to play one of the newer Call of Duties that apparently, supposedly had like decent cooperative campaigns. So I was playing through that with my brother, which we played it for like 2 or 3 hours one night. I gave it a try, and it ended up being very boring in my opinion. And I think he agreed because we ended up stopping there.
Right.
You got someone calling for you. Or is that?
That's my son.
Oh. I'm getting stuck on walls.
Yeah, so...
But along with Oh, I brought Factorio just because it was like a related thing to RimWorld, which is not cooperative. It's a single player survival thing type deal. But you're on the planet, and you have colonists that can live and die and have relationships and feelings and personalities, all this kind of cool stuff. It's almost like The Sims mixed with some kind of survival thing. But aside from that game, it kind of gives me feelings of, because there's also like farming you have to survive, growing your own food and stuff in that game, which is also kind of, I started playing that after I was playing Stardew Valley again recently. Which, did you play that one?
I haven't, and I've actually really been considering it.
It's super fun, but get this, that is going to be multiplayer fairly soon.
So, like, I was never into
Harvest Moon
or Animal Crossing, and I heard
never played Animal Crossing. Never played that one.
But I don't know if that's like contingent. Like, I have to be into those to like Stardew Valley. I know my wife really liked it, and we tend to have conflicting interests, but not always. And I found myself stopping over it in my library.
You actually own it? You have it?
Well, no, I'm connected with her library as well.
Oh, that's right.
And most of the time, that if I'm playing something, she's usually not, because we have children.
Right.
Somebody's watching kids, and it's not me. But yeah, so I thought about playing it, and it seems like something I could play in the living room, and she'd be happy to watch because she likes it so much.
Right. It's definitely a very long-term game of planning and just character, like learning about the people around you and the NPCs and stuff. It's very, very slow paced though, but its mechanics are fantastic. Like I have always been a huge fan of Harvest Moon. The majority of them, there are a few goofy ones I never really cared for, but playing which one? Harvest Moon: A Wonderful Life, I believe, or was it? It was either that one or Back to Nature. I can't recall, but. Played the crap out of it, as in like hundreds of hours. It was on the PlayStation when I was playing. I was very young playing it.
The original PlayStation.
Yes.
Kiddos.
And I remember even back. That was like back in the day when I would go online, like somewhere else where I could, where they had a printer. I didn't have a printer at the time, and print off like a booklet, like multiple pages.
Yes, I used to do that with games
right.
too.
It wasn't for cheats, but it was like, oh, this is Anne. Her favorite gift is a hard-boiled egg, and her birthday is this day, and all this kind of information, the recipes and information like that. And I still have that around my room somewhere, probably. it's like some kind of almost like an artifact at this point, but it's very reminiscent of that. So I try to not go about spoiling, looking at the wiki as much with this game, of course. Just for it to all be a fresh experience. But, of course, there are some times when I just do look up something for that fact. But with Stardew Valley becoming multiplayer soon, I'm not sure how soon, as in probably I don't know, it's going to be like another few months at least.
Do you have any idea what the presentation of that would be?
I have no clue.
Is it going to be
very interesting
co-op, or is it going to be like a massively multiplayer kind of idea?
I don't know.
Because it almost seems like it could support that, like a larger server-based thing.
What I imagine, I haven't read enough on it to actually know what they're going to be doing, but I kind of think it's probably going to be like the centralized town is going to be pretty much where you can find who you're playing with. I don't know how many people it may support. But then at the same time, there'll be multiple farms that will almost be like instants. Like you can come to my farm, or I can go to your farm, and we can
trade.
Yeah, see each other's items, trade, all that kind of good stuff. Which so that's something that I'll definitely be playing in the future. Whether or not it has any kind of potency for the kind of format we're looking for, I have no clue. But it's just something that I've been looking forward to.
And I guess Terraria is coming out with its sequel soon. I was never a huge fan of Terraria, but all of my friends are, and my wife.
Love it.
Everyone loves it. Thousands of hours kind of deal. And
which one are you, by the way? We've been playing this whole time.
I'm Shark Boy.
Which one is that? Who is racing me right now?
Yeah.
Oh. I kept thinking that was an NPC.
So we might, when the new Terraria comes out, I might get into that. I know that we could do servers where a number of people could join in, right?
Tons of
you guys. And if we get you all on Discord and everything, that's a party game. especially if we're drinking alcohol.
That's another thing. Most likely, especially me, on the days I'll be there, like I said, the Thursdays and possibly Saturdays. I'll definitely be having a few drinks. So
yeah, we all drink.
Yeah, you're welcome. You know, if you don't drink, that's fine. If you do, you're welcome to join us in a few drinking games we might invent on the fly for these party games. It's always super easy to do that.
When you hear the train.
When you hear the train, if you hear the train, that's going to be an easy drinking game there, because anyone who's watched this channel before
At all. Any video.
You probably have heard it a few times in this video. It just phases out at this point.
Yeah, we kind of burn it out of our mind because we hear it so often. But I live right next to a train track.
And they're everywhere. So
oh my gosh, it's so bad.
Definitely going to hear some trains. But yeah, hopefully that all goes well and everyone has a fun time. But we started, what is today's Thursday, so
It is Thursday.
You're going to be doing another stream on Saturday, right?
I'll be doing a stream tonight.
Oh, okay. Well, shoot. And what? Cool.
Yes.
All right. Great. I didn't know if we were going to go right from... All right. Well, that's good news for me.
So for you guys watching this on Sunday, I will not be doing a stream tonight.
Yeah, it's more as in this will be a week, or the week after, or before. Yeah, time's weird, ain't it?
Yes, time is relative.
So what time does the stream start again?
Between 9 and 9:30. It's like a tentative invite. I do set a reminder on the YouTube page, so if you have set my channel to notifications, which is the little bell icon under the video player, if you set to receive notifications, it will tell you a time limit, like a warning that I'm about to go live, because I do set reminders. And that's even for myself, because I get the reminders right there on my phone. So if I go downstairs to get a drink and then I get distracted by taking the dog out or something, my phone will say, hey, you should be streaming right now. And I'll say, all right, dog, you're alone.
Good luck.
You're free now. You're a free dog.
Go back to your natural habitat in the wild. Surrounded by buildings.
Yes, I live right in the heart of the city. But yeah, that's definitely the plan.
The gist of things. Yep. Hope to see you all in the stream, all in the games, enjoying some fun.
Yes, and we'll catch you in next week's episode
of the Weekly Express. Toot toot. Well, we can't do that. We can't do that.
We can do that.
Can we?
You do it. I can't.
Oh.
But I'm keeping your toot toot. That's for dang sure.
Alrighty then. That's fine. See y'all.
New episode of the Weekly Express every Sunday. So join Notification Squad and you won't miss out.
Hey, thanks for watching. Happily ever after gaming, man.